You cut out there.
I forget that when you go live, it mutes the microphone. Sure it's working right.
Yes.
All right, we are indeed live. Oops.
Give me a minute.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are on week 6 at Deep Forest with the JCCR Racing League.
We are halfway through our JCCR Racing World Tour. The past 4 races, we've done double headers. First, we were at Japan for a double header. Then we went to Italy for a double header. And now we are at the French-based countries, starting off in Switzerland with Deep Forest. Deep Forest is a highly technical track that goes through the mountainsides with a couple of tunnels beforehand. A highly technical Sector 1 and 2, followed by 2 very long straights to close out the lap. And as proven in the past, acceleration-heavy cars do have a very good chance here. So once again, just like Monza, cars like the Aston Martin V12 Vantage and Jaguar F-Type stand a very good shot of getting a good race and result here at Deep Forest.
Good morning, Ronan. We are doing the AM race first. How's it going, Moya?
I am just sending this around.
I'm gonna put RoWiki's stream on for a second here. Yeah. You need to go to mine and share your link.
I hope I don't miss too much in chat when I'm done dropping it. Where? I think I'm done. Okay.
Alright, so if you want to watch it from the spectate view, go over to RoWiki's channel for the AM race. And we'll be having the spectate view here during the pro race. Is that Johnny just made it in? Just in time? Yeah. Johnny has told me a handful of times that he might back out of the league because he does his target practice or whatever shooting thing he does on Saturday mornings. But then he always makes it. Which it looks like he has gone live too. So let me see if I can jump over there real quick.
My laptop can only handle so much at once.
I need like 17 laptops so I can have all the streams open at the same time. Wouldn't be able to listen to them though.
Before this amateur race gets underway, let's have a look at the championship standings. So, with B. Fox's absence from Monza, RSR Naylor took full advantage with his first win of the season and now leads the championship with 79 points over B. Fox, and it's a 2-point gap as Fox has 77 points. By Remy having a disastrous opening lap in Monza, he's not far behind either, and he sits on 73 points. Their Badger has missed a race, but he's still in with a shot as well if he can put together a good mid-season. He sits in 4th with 63 points. The little battle forming between Johnny and Curry. Curry having missed 2 races this season, and with some atrocious luck in his last 2 appearances, or that's even last 3 appearances. Johnny is 5th with 54 points, and Curry is 6th with 50 points. Super Doofus is 7th with 48 points. Actually, how is the BMW to drive? It sounds like you, Oh, I need to back out. It sounds like you have some early struggles with it. Like, how is it feeling to drive over the course of the season?
So it's not bad. It's obviously it's a lot different than my Ferrari. Uh, I can definitely get more curbs with it, where the Ferrari likes to be bounced away. So it kind of changes how I'm trying to think as I'm going around the track. I
Yeah, that
believe
is
this
definitely
is,
true.
yeah, being a front rear engine is a lot different than the mid rear engine that I'm used to too. So it does take
Oh,
quite a bit
definitely.
of different thinking different while I'm driving a different car. Looks like our pros have backed out. There's neighbor. I sent him a message and haven't heard back from him yet. Got 8 of us. Anybody else waiting to get in?
Devious is 8th, and he is yet to return. He's still absent. He's in 8th with 39 points. Amaro picked up his 2nd podium in a row at Monza last time out. He is quickly gaining points with 35 points already. He is 9th in the standings. Moya is a quiet 10th place, looking to build momentum in his first season and relatively new to sim racing. He is 10th with 22 points. Chowda and Demon, 11th and 12th, don't seem to be coming back to the league. They have 10 and 9 points respectively. And we have another entrant, but they have not shown up yet in 13th. It is 11:01, so I believe we should be starting the qualifying extremely shortly. Rocco, my man, how's it going, man?
All right. I was just jumping around to a bunch of different streams, trying to hit the like button everywhere for everybody streaming this. Johnny is getting one more practice lap in. So as soon as Johnny is done with his practice lap, we're going to fire up to qualifying.
I'm doing fine, Rocco. Even though I woke up at 6:30 in the morning, and I usually wake up around 9 to noon, I'm still awake so far. Also gonna say, drop into Johnny, really drop into Johnny's stream really quickly.
Yeah, I had to get back over to mine. And let's go take a peek on here where Johnny is. Oh, wrong button. Hey, my turn signal's on.
Forza Canada, welcome in, brother. How are you today? And yeah. For whatever reason, I like getting up at like 9.
Johnny's in the
9 for any other
129s.
day. Get up at like 9 a.m. for any other day. But anytime it's like race day, I always get up at like 7:30 to 8. I always get up earlier for the races in this league. Why?
Because you're excited. It's a lot of fun.
Look at the cars in the garages. Is out first, actually.
It would be nice if it actually showed your car pulling out of the garage instead of just
Yes.
snapping onto
Agreed.
the track.
And it is our Curie who missed the last race in Monza last time out. He has the valuable track position out front for qualifying here at Deep Forest. Oh yeah, absolutely true, Rocco. Especially considering I have not done any practice whatsoever until when I logged in this morning. Cars navigate to the very long back and front stretch. Back and front stretches. Start the qualifying laps. Arcuri leads B Fox, leads Moya, leads Johnny, leads Super Doofus, who is a bit of a gap between the four in front. A little bit close for second, third, and fourth.
Yeah, I like to wait
until...
until...
Remy, I didn't even notice he couldn't race. That's unfortunate, but welcome in, Remy. I will definitely help the coverage for... Well, to be fair, I have been putting laps in all morning, Rocco, so that counts as practice. So, Arcuri through turn 1. Do not run wide onto the AstroTurf or the grass, otherwise it is prone to getting penalties. Through turns 2, 3, and 4. Very easy to get onto grass on the right-hander and to bounce over the curbs on the left-hander. But through the two right-handers, through the tunnel. Very easy to break traction in any car, even the ultra-stable Porsche 911. Through the second tunnel. The high-speed left-hander. Crucial to get your line right to gain a tenth or two. Go over the bridge, slam onto the brakes into the left-hander. All the track limits onto the first of two very long back straights through the third tunnel. Curry with a 55.2 for sector 2 and through the fourth and final tunnel. Hard on the brakes for the final hairpin. Set up for a rapid exit to go all the way down through... I actually don't know which straight is longer, the start-finish straight or the one before it. But either way, it's elevation change, full downhill, full uphill, through the left king, and the dash to the line. Arcuri, his first time is a 27.6. Nice lap to start off his return to the league after missing in Monza. B Fox, second so far with a 28.2, and Moya with a 28.7. Johnny slots in fourth with a 29.0. And there's actually some time to cover the times towards the back here. Super Doofus, fifth place with a 29.6. Marrow, what can he do on his first lap? A 29.0 also, and he's about 600ths ahead of Johnny. Still a lot of time for these AM drivers to improve their times. For Badger in the Aston Martin Vantage. 29.3. Neighbor, the Vantage in the F-Type, like I said, they are advantageous cars because Deep Forest is an acceleration-heavy track. Neighbor slots in a third and proves my point. Badger could definitely find some time to improve. So far, Arcuri is smashing the opposition in qualifying with a 6/10 advantage over B Fox. Like from the gap in the train though, B Fox might be looking to improve his time. They go through the downhill, uphill section, through the left king. Ultimate Racing, welcome in. How you doing, man? Your sub numbers have been absolutely rocketing upwards, so congratulations, man. B Fox improves his time to a 28.1, but he's still got half a second to find to the Irishman Arcuri. Anybody improve times? I'm trying to see here, because everyone's so packed together. I think Johnny did improve his time to a 28.6. Actually, yeah, he did improve his time. Camaro was ahead of him beforehand. Johnny, slotting into fourth place. Camaro has picked up a half-second penalty, and there proves my point. It is very easy to get a penalty on Deep Forest. As Sir Badger also gets a penalty, he improved by 5/10, but that's not going to count, because he definitely cut the track somewhere. 28.7, let's see what he can do. As Neighbor improves to a 27.649 and is only 22 thousandths off of Arcuri. So the F-Type is definitely a strong contender at Deep Forest. Hey Rocco, you were telling me about the F-Type at Deep Forest. Yep, it is definitely... Oh no, Sir Badger's left the room!
Oh, no.
What happened there?
You might have an internet issue.
He's looking to serve his penalty and get going again, but all of a sudden, he's going to have to start last if he rejoins. Arcuri improves to a 27.5 and extends the pole position to about a tenth of a second, but has a huge slide in turn 1. Moya slots back into 4th place ahead of Johnny with a 28.5. Who is closest to the line now? Super Doofus. Does he improve his time? No, he doesn't. He'll have about 3.5 minutes to go before the timer runs out. Marrow. Yeah, he served his penalties, so finally get another chance to improve his lap time. He can definitely do better. We have seen his pace in Sardegna and Monza. He is definitely a very quick AM driver. Mesmerizing. Layer Hyundai Genesis livery. Already improving his time through Sector 1, so he's got the pace in hand. He just needs to be wary of those penalties. The backstretch. Who is leading the queue? I think it's Fox. Yes, it is Fox leading the queue. Yes, I like these liveries, Remy. Barrows is quite mesmerizing, and Fox's kind of looks like something out of Metal Gear Solid. Fox and Moya don't improve their times as Arcuri is reporting wheel disconnection, so there may be more technical issues in qualifying already. The Badger may have had a disconnect, and Arcuri's wheel is also going on strike, so maybe Deep Forest is turning out to be too much for the technology we have for these races. We just have to just prove Super Doofus to a 29.2, as there we go. That is Camaro's competitiveness. He sets a 27.8 and is now only just under 0.3 off the pole position. As I said, he's definitely a very quick AM driver, and he is constantly proving it over the course of his 3 races he's done so far. It is his 3rd race, but I'm saying 3rd race because I'm showing his pace in Deep Forest. Right. We're approaching like the 8-minute mark. Get out of the way notification.
You know, I thought it wasn't too bad here, but everybody's lap times are making me seem slow. The only one not getting 28.
Just over a minute to go in qualifying. There's no time for a pit stop. There's now just last lap dashes on potentially worn tires. If anybody can make a shakeup in the qualifying order, Fox and Moya do not improve. Is that Johnny? Yep, he doesn't improve.
I'm going to have one more lap to try and improve my lap time. Not going to do it here.
That is quick for an M, Remy, definitely. Superduis does not improve his time. Marrow, not improved, but he also has one more lap to try and improve his time. Once Neighbor starts his flying lap, these will be officially the final laps for all the drivers in qualifying. We are approaching 9 minutes 45 seconds. Neighbor does not improve his time, and he is pitted, so that's his qualifying effort finished for Deep Forest. Oh, and B Fox has fallen behind the queue, so did he make a mistake somewhere? We'll see as he crosses Sector 2, 11.5 seconds, he has made a mistake. So B Fox's qualifying is also just basically finished.
Yeah, I'm not going to improve my time either.
So can anyone improve their times? Moya is going to cross the line. He barely misses improving his time by 19 thousandths. Johnny does not improve his time. B Fox isn't going to oh no, Arcuri spins! He was on it looks like he was on an outlap. but still, he may have been on a good lap there. And Camaro also just barely misses out on improving his time. So it's the Irishman, R. Curie, once again on pole position in his appearances for the league. A 127.533 ahead of RSR Neighbor, who crucially is in front of B. Fox. Championship leader qualifying ahead of the nearest competitor to him by 2 points. So, how much is the timer again? 2 minutes?
Yeah. Got 13
Right, so
seconds left.
I think the protocol here is Sir Badger had a DNF in qualifying because he disconnected. So I think the logical thing to do is start him at the back.
Yeah.
We did this with Seb. We did this with Seb at St. Croix last season. He disconnected, so he started in last place. So actually, let me
Morning,
just
Portal. How's it
screenshot this
going?
real quick.
Yeah, if he can get back in, yeah, he is back in. So we're gonna have to.
His time was last place anyway, so
Let me just make sure I get the order right for everybody else.
I do have it screenshotted.
All right. So I got to change.
And now we're gonna return to practice and set the grid by Super Doofus.
So just practice race. Where is it?
Portal Corner, Legend of Legends, as you'd say. How are you doing today, man?
Thanks for dropping in, man.
Isn't there a setting on here where you're supposed to change it to set by host?
Great order. I think it is.
To the qualifying order. I'm not seeing it.
They're great order. Fastest first.
Oh, under grid order?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Okay. So change those real quick, and then let's see who's in which spot.
So I have it screenshotted, so I will read you out the grid.
Gotta enter the race first.
Yeah.
All right, so who's first?
Their Badger needs to enter first.
He's
There he
in.
is. He has entered now. So, first on the
There we go.
grid is R. Curie.
Okay.
Then second place is Neighbor.
Yep, he's already there. Yeah.
Then Camaro in third.
Okay,
Then Fox in fourth.
got him.
Then Moya in fifth.
And then it's gonna be Johnny, me, and then Sir Badger.
Yes.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna refuel my coffee, and then we will get going. Gotta make sure I got that full gas tank.
Oh, excellent! I didn't even notice your message. Hey, man, I was looking at the grid, but it looks like you dropped in as well. Thank you. And it looks like we got a couple of guys here, a couple of Dutchmans to spectate the amateur race. Like they're likely to cheer on their countryman RSR Neighbor 050 in the F type. Starting in second, on R. Curie, who has looked to be one of the fastest drivers in the AM League this season. but a myriad of bad luck and missed races have definitely hurt his point standings. Definitely look to have a good mid-season to keep his title campaign alive. Oh, I need to tell these guys. Hang on, we've got an interruption.
All right, I am all ready to go. Actually, remember to
Hang
put
on.
the right tires on for a change.
Got two guys, I need to tell them something.
Oh, the RTW guys. Yeah. And somebody else is joining.
My God, I'm clicking the wrong thing.
And now we got a Civic down in here. Don't know who that is.
Right.
So if I have to, I can kick them out. As soon as they back out, I will start it
This
up.
Civic guy.
So there's one. And there's two. Should be good to go. All right.
I mean, it is nothing personal. Like, I chat with SMF all the time, but it is a league race where you are going to need to sign up on Sim League Pro if you want to have an entry slot, because I have made the rule 9.5 to not allow any entrants not signed up to wreak havoc on the championship, where people who are entered into the league can actually fight for points. It is nothing personal.
All right. Got my brake balance on. Got my radar on.
Everyone has their setup ready,
Got my team hat, my team coffee.
and you have your tires ready as well. As everyone goes underway, everyone leads the charge down deep into the deep forest. Arcuri leads them down to turn one, holding the defensive on the inside from the fast accelerating neighbor.
I think Sir Badger just hit the wall trying not to run into me. I left him the inside lane open.
Sir Badger. He is reporting he's on a new setup, so might be like a trial by fire for him. Back up front, we have Camaro, once again, right on the back of Neighbor, like it was in Monza on the first lap. Neighbor being hounded by the Hyundai of Camaro. Go on to this corner here. It's also very tricky to get the power down while using all the track limits. So I wouldn't be surprised if there is at least one spin there, because it is quite a tricky corner to get right. Neighbor down the long back straight. He's using the F-type straight line speed. He's gaining on Curie. Curie maintains a defensive position, but there's contact again to Curie, and he goes off the road. Neighbor, Is this the fourth time in a row for our Curie has been hit at some point in the race?
Feel bad for Curie.
I think they got like 7 laps in. By the setback, Curie is now looking for the slipstream and the move on Camaro. Into turn 1 they go. Our Curie retakes the lead of the race if he can hold it on the outside. He does hold it on the outside. But once again, our Curie has been hit by another driver through no fault of his own. It's the 4th time in a row in his appearances he has been hit at some point in the race. When can this guy get some luck? As we have a spinner, it's Super Doofus again. Like,
I caught the grass.
oh yeah,
And that was
that
an
one
awkward
corner
spot
as
to
well.
try and turn around.
It's quicker to clip the grass, but it is quite a risk of losing it on the exit of that right-hander if you clip the grass too hard and throttle too hard at the same time.
And I still got a blue section through that first turn there.
But yeah, like I said, this track is very technical and tricky. As Camaro is looking out of the slipstream and for a move on the outside of Curry. He's the final hairpin. Camaro on the outside, Curry on the inside. He holds the inside. And oh no, Neighbor spins again. It's his third time in 4 races. He spun out. And that is the
yellow flag.
championship leader. RSR Neighbor, he spun out at the final hairpin.
Overshot.
And he's dropped all the way to 6th. More disaster for the Dutchman.
Sir Badger is caught up to me after my spin.
Back up front, Camaro trying again on Curie into turn 1. Camaro through the turn 2 and 3. It's a brilliant move on the outside to take the lead, and he's hit the wall.
Oh no.
No, that's unfortunate for Camaro. He made a brilliant overtake for the lead of the race, but then hit the wall after getting way too hot into the left-hander. And now he's dropped all the way to 4th place. Drama at the opening of this amateur race. My throat.
Huh.
Okay. Oh, we have another spinner. It's Moya. Just at the bridge section is another spinner. And he's dropping way down here trying to get turned around. Dropped to last place, thankfully for the imaginary ghosting for Sir Badger.
Which he was completely ghosted there, but still, I know ghosting is turned off.
So much to keep up with the opening stage of this amateur race.
I got caught looking at my mirrors.
Going deep, and Sir Badger almost completing the slide job underneath the BMW. Does complete the slide job underneath the BMW, up into 6th place with the straight line speed. Surely he's going to keep it. But on to lap 4, R. Curie, despite the challenge from Neighbor and Camaro, he still leads the race here in Deep Forest and has around a 1.5 second advantage to B Fox. B Fox having the golden opportunity to take the championship lead after Neighbor had a dramatic spin out at the final hairpin. And Johnny's had a brilliant start, just like in Fuji. He's capitalized off the chaos, and he has moved up from 6th all the way to 3rd. Could there be the chance that Johnny could get his first podium of the season? So Johnny does want to get that podium. He is going to have to fend off the attacks from Camaro, if he can fend off those attacks, because Camaro does have the slipstream on the Porsche.
Well, my struggles in this
anything
BMW are continuing. Having a lot of hard time trying to figure, or just keep pace.
Looks
Get
like
my-
Subaru is continuing car struggles, as, let's be honest, he has been for this season. Switching from the 458 has not seemed like the right call for him, as this time Camaro is looking even quicker in the slipstream this time. Is he going to go for the move on Johnny into turn 1? Camaro is looking to recover from his crash at turn 4, and he holds the inside very nicely. Camaro up to 3rd place. If Johnny and... No, he can't. Camaro with a nice move to turn 1, back into the podium places. Car collision penalties are turned off because we can hand out our own penalties. We hand out our own penalties now. So we did reduce our penalties, but Remy did call it harsh to be penalized by the game and the league, and I do agree with that. So now we hand out our own penalties only. Down in front, R. Curie has extended his advantage to about 3 seconds to B. Fox. This is looking very good for the Irishman. It's a much needed result after the horrible luck he's been having in Fuji and Sardegna Sea.
I got Moya catching up to me, and I know he's much faster than me, so I'm definitely just going to try and let him go by. Finally starting to get caught up after his big spin.
And when I was commenting on that Camaro, my voice cracked again.
Oh.
Like, Super Doofus to get a little loose, allowing Moya to close in rapidly. Ferrari versus BMW. Always an iconic battling in GT racing. We're seeing it here in the JCCR Racing League. Moya versus Super Doofus. Moya on the outside. Who's going to be last on the brakes into turn 1? It is Moya, and he looks like, yes, he has got 7th place back after that spin out at the bridge.
Getting a lot of wheel spin coming out of those fast corners.
Back up front is a little condensed pack here between Fox, Camaro, Johnny, and Neighbor, who has now set the fastest lap of the race with a 1:27.7. Championship leader is very much looking to recover ground after he spun out. So if this finishes in the way it does right now, B. Fox will retake the championship lead. Neighbor will be looking to retake some positions pronto. Like Camaro has also been finding some pace in that Hyundai Genesis. He's close right onto the back of B. Fox in the slipstream. Closing in so quickly, he might have a look at him. Maybe just a sniff at second place into turn 1. Nothing doing. Camaro will have to wait another lap to get a look on the fin. Navigate. It enters through the forest, through the tricky turns 2, 3, and 4, and 5 for that matter. This corner here, it's always very easy to light up the tires while you're turning and accelerating. Exit through the second tunnel.
Yeah, I got myself a penalty.
Camaro close bit of grass. Because we're gonna ride on board with B. Fox down this penultimate straight. Camaro is looking to get a lot of slipstream. Seems to be the acceleration of the Hyundai Genesis, but not the top speed. Camaro sticking behind the Ferrari as they head down to the hairpin. B. Fox holding on to second. And Camaro nailed the exit. He has lost a bit of time compared to Fox in that last corner. That seems to be the same with B. Fox in these hairpins. He takes a very wide line into the corner and then goes out of it with a slingshot from the elevation to get the better exit on his competitors, which sounds very smart from the fin. In turn 1 again. Seems like the Genesis has some really good cornering compared to the Ferrari. Hyundai Genesis, I should say. Into the forest they go again. B. Fox, you can see it right here with those wide lines. It is looking maybe not on that side as Camaro had a look on B. Fox through the second tunnel. First tunnel, I should say. He's going right on his back bumper. Then should we go again? Actually, I think Camaro might be clipping the grass on the entry slightly, so that might be compromising his entry to the left-hander before the penultimate straight. Camaro has a really good run on B. Fox. This time he pulls out of the slipstream, and he's looking for the move on the inside into the final hairpin. Goes side by side through the final hairpin. B. Fox does hold on to his position, and all this battling has brought into a 4-car fight with them, Johnny, and Neighbor. This is going to be a brilliant battle to determine and see who holds position and who takes advantage. Camaro with the slipstream once more. Pulls out of the slipstream once more into turn 1. And he goes for it, but B-Fox is looking for the switchback. And it looks like he might have... Oh, that one was hard to tell from that angle. It looks like a little bit of pushing might have occurred, because Camaro has dropped down to 5th place. Has now put Neighbor back into 3rd and Johnny back to 4th place. Neighbor did get past Johnny, so it's up to 5th, up to 3rd from 5th for the F-Type driver. Oh, Johnny has picked up a half-second penalty. That is the track limits at that corner. Abuse as much as you like, but abuse too much and you get that half-second like Johnny has just gotten. Down in front, Arcuri has extended his lead to almost 6.5 seconds, but we're going to keep an eye on the battle here, because the F-Type, once again having the straight line speed over the Ferrari. The top 2 in the championship about to go to battle here at Deep Forest. Is Neighbor going to have a look into turn 1? He has a look, but he ducks back underneath. B-Fox does hold position as they go through onto the 10th lap of 21 in this race. Now, Ray, when are we going to start seeing some pit stops?
I know I'm still planning at least 2 more laps, maybe 3.
And the game plan seems to be 12, 13, or 14 laps on medium tires before a last few laps dash on soft tires. Depending on how long they last for the car these amateur drivers are using, however. Johnny serves his half-second penalty. Is going to serve his half-second penalty. Camaro, though, already passed the Porsche. Camaro's going to look to recover some positions, recover some ground to the 2 in front of him, after there might have been a force off the track incident. I did see on the peripheral vision of the camera, Camaro did get a little loose out of the final hairpin. Not over yet.
I am still trailing off behind Moya here, but not a lot.
Looks like Arcuri's advantage has shrunk slightly. So it was 6.5 seconds. It's now just about 5 seconds. So Arcuri may have made a mistake with the last lap. As we have our first pit stop, it is Sir Badger on the soft tires. So that's an interesting check from the start. Let's see how this. When do the others respond? The quick bout of gas. He's back out into the race. Closest battle we have on track is between the top 2 in the AM Championship. Well, it looks like Camaro's now picked up a half-second penalty. It might be one of his problems this season for Camaro, is the track limits. He's picked up a lot of penalties in Monza, and now he's picked up another one here in Deep Forest. He's still got time to capitalize if these 2 get involved in an accident or 2. Now we have a pit stop coming for Neighbor, who started on the soft tires. Ooh, that's a very interesting play. And Johnny's in the pits. He started on the medium tires. So maybe Johnny might have a run on Neighbor if the tire difference is not too big and the tire wear is not large a task for the Porsche to handle 10 laps. Neighbor and Johnny get their tires and fuel. Back out of the race they go. Johnny might have been in traffic in the form of Super Doofus. No, not quite. Johnny exits the 6th ahead of Super Doofus in front of the traffic, which is exactly what he needs to see if he wants to have a run at Neighbor. He exits in 5th. He'll be looking to hold the undercut on B Fox. He is on the medium tires, so if B Fox started on the medium tires, he's going to have a run on the Dutchman at the end of the race with some fresh soft tires. Camaro has served his half-second penalty. Looks like Arcuri has regrouped himself for a potential mistake.
Oh. Almost drove it way too deep into that corner.
I think wall penalties are also off, I believe.
Yeah, wall
B-Fox
collision
is in the
penalties
pits.
are off.
Yeah, as B-Fox makes his pit stop, and he did start on the medium tires. Gonna watch in relation to Neighbor. He's just exiting the final hairpin now. B-Fox changes his tires. Gets some fueling as well. Through goes Moya. Where it does B-Fox exit in relation to RSR Neighbor. He's still in front of Neighbor with the fresh soft tires.
Hey, Root,
We have
how's it
another pit
going?
stop coming
Thanks for stopping in.
for Super Doofus. Also on the medium compound tires, switching to the soft tires.
And I am back in last.
We're through, about halfway through this amateur race. Curie, Camaro, and Moya do need to pit. Speaking of, our Curie is pitting. He started on the medium tire, so he's putting up some blistering laps at Deep Forest on the medium so far. Camaro stays out and is going to take the lead of the race for a temporary period of time. Gas, and he's back out into the lead of the race. What is his gap to Fox? Gap to Moya is about 5 seconds. So, like, Arcuri's advantage to beat Fox seems to be about 6.5 seconds. So, he's holding a very decent chunk of lead as he made his pit stop. Oh. Neighbor is holding touch with B Fox. Despite being on the medium tires, maybe the medium tires are more suiting for the F-Type compared to the 296. Better consider the 296 is turbocharged compared to the F-Type. Turbochargers do tend to have a bit of turbo lag in Group 3, so it'll be interesting to see how Neighbor fares on mediums against Fox on softs towards the end of this race.
Yep, got me another penalty.
We have one of our last stops coming for Camaro. I haven't they were starting on the soft tires at the start of the race. Coming in, Arcuri is going to retake the lead.
So I did just go over 1,000 miles on this BMW.
As Milestone goes to get the miles in to get used to a new car, switching from the 458 to the M6. As Johnny has undercut Camaro, looks like he has undercut Camaro. Johnny up into 5th place, have his sights set on the top 2 in the championship. Moya still needs to pit. Actually, let's pull up the play all. Moya starts on mediums. He will be going to the softs. So it looks like is Curie out front with a 7.5 second gap to B Fox so far. Neighbor in third. Johnny's going to be fourth. Camaro is in sixth. I believe when Moya stops, he might be in a exit battle with Sir Badger for 6th and 7th place, and Super Dukers rounds out the field in 8th place. Moya does indeed make his pit stop.
You gotta start finding me more time to practice, because my pace is just way slower than everybody.
The lap 16 of 21. We're approaching the closing stages of this race. Closest battle so far is between the top two in the championship, B Fox and RSR Neighbor, separated by just 2 points. If this stays the same, then they're going to be tied at the top of the championship, but B Fox will retake the lead of the championship on countback of wins, his 3 wins to Neighbor's 1. In front, there's no stopping R. Curie, who has just set the fastest lap of the race by, I think that's about 10 thousandths, and he's going even faster. They extended his advantage to 8.1 seconds. The Irishman, setting his bad luck aside, finally getting his demons out of the way, and has put together a simply dominant performance here at Deep Forest.
It was quite a bit behind Sir Badger, and I've caught up to him a bit. Definitely way too far behind to make a pass or anything, but I don't know if he... Oops, wall.
As R. Curie has set a new fastest lap of the 127.613. Got a couple of best laps coming our way. B Fox set his best lap of a 27.8. Like he is holding well against Neighbor so far. But there is a tire fall off to factor in for the soft tires. Whoa! B Fox gets loose in the first tunnel. That's a nice save there. Like I said, the turbo lag on the 296, as you can see on its boost gauge, it goes around 1.5 psi on its boost gauge, so it definitely suffers from a little bit of turbo lag compared to other cars. Like second and third have a bit of a spread between fourth and fifth. Marrow still looking to hunt down Johnny. He served another half-second penalty. These penalties are not really doing the Hyundai driver any good. But Johnny continues to hold fourth. If he finishes in this position, be his best result of the season.
No.
But it would definitely be nice for him if he can take home a podium from this race. Let's see what happens. Got to lap 18. You have about 4 laps to go. Amateur race. RSR Neighbor continuing to put the pressure on B Fox as we go on board the Jaguar F-Type. Third, 3, 4, and 5. Through the first tunnel, into the second tunnel, through turns 6 and 7. Easy to lose traction. The AM drivers are holding well in that corner.
Way too much grass.
First of 2 back straights. Looks like B Fox has switched into another gear as he's put around 1.5 seconds on Neighbor. Looks like he found about 0.7 of a second through sector 2. That's exactly what B Fox needs if he wants to tie Neighbor and take the championship lead on countback, as our Curie on the previous lap coming up to lap 19 has set a blistering time of a 1:27.1. That is basically a pro league time. The Irishman setting some blistering pace here in the amateur league race. Back to Neighbor, off board now.
Oh, nope.
We have Super Deuce's BMW trying to kill the camera at the final hairpin. May have went deep.
Saved it a little bit, yeah.
They've definitely calmed down a lot since the opening of the race. Still time for things to change. We have about 2.5 laps to go. And I'm looking at B Fox's tires. It doesn't look like the tire fall off is very bad so far. I think he pit on like lap 11.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Or end of lap 11 actually, so he started lap 12, so he's doing 10 laps on softs, and it looks like they are holding up fairly well so far. When they're completing 8 laps, as we have 2 laps to go here in this amateur race. R. Curie holding a 9-second lead over B Fox. His neighbors sticking close behind, despite being on the medium tires. There is still time to capitalize. Well, anyone from 2nd to 5th can capitalize on anyone's mistake in front if it is happening. If it does happen for anyone from 2nd to 5th in these last 2 laps, 1.5 laps. Mercury is building up to a 10.5 second advantage. I think B Fox might have made a mistake. In the background, I saw Camaro's another half-second penalty. Continuing to fall behind Johnny with these half-second penalties. Now I think B Fox may have made a mistake, as opened the floodgates and possibilities for Neighbor to try and make a last lap overtake on the championship runner-up so far. Cross the line to lap 21, the final lap of the race here in the Amateur League race. Curry leads by almost 11 seconds, but the fight is between the top 2 in the championship. Fox leads Neighbor, but maybe tire fall may be happening now, as Neighbor has been gaining on the Finn. Like I said before, the Finn may have made a mistake on the previous lap.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Neighbors may have had a leg up on B Fox as whoa, he's getting very loose. And Neighbor is directly on his back bumper. Going through the 2 long back straights. I like to cover R. Curie winning, but this is going to go all the way to the line at this rate. Neighbor pulls out of the slipstream. Gets alongside B Fox. They're side by side as they go down to the final hairpin. Neighbor on the inside, Fox on the outside. Who's going to be last on the brakes? They're almost wheel to the final hairpin. B Fox has the slipstream though. R. Curie is going to win his 2nd race of the season. Since Bathurst putting his demons along to the side. B Fox flashing his lights, but drag race, but it looks like Neighbor is going to get 2nd place, followed by B Fox. What an ending to the race there for the 2 championship leaders. Johnny comes home for his best finish of the season in 4th place, followed by Camaro. He had a run at the lead early on, but a couple of penalties, followed by a mistake, sort of dismantled it since then. Moya comes home, he recovers to 6th place. It's a nice drive to recover for Moya. They're on a new setup. He does survive the AM race to finish in 7th. And Super Doofus is going to round out the field in a moment's time in 8th place.
Yeah, I'll get there eventually. Yeah, 127.1. That's ridiculous.
Well, looking at the gaps, it looks like you were making some solid recovery progress, Moya. So the pace is there for the Polish driver. I'm definitely going to want to save the replay and the final results. I did see B Fox flashing his lights. Oh, I need to change my oil really quickly. I did see B Fox flashing his lights at on the final straight, so I wonder if something may have happened.
This one.
GG's Recan Wreckage. Are you somebody in the race? Are you our Curie?
So, looked like I saw a sorry over there. May have been contact going on that final lap.
That is where the replay system and Stewart's inquiry is going to come in after we finish our pro race.
Which, we don't have a lot of time before that one starts up. So, take me a quick human pit stop. I need to cancel that entry. Let's go watch Ronan do some laps.
I'm going to set down the microphone controller for a moment. I'm going to quick snap before the start of the pro race all the energy.
Yeah, we are almost ready for the pro race. Just get a few more things set up real quick. Got about 2 minutes before qualifying starts.
Where's Crispy?
We've not heard from him all morning. Is he gonna make it in? We have a Jim. See who we got.
Oh.
So Seb is in. See if we can get a crispy and weather driver. Let's see. Night Rider Jim. I don't know if he's going to make it. I am all in my comfortable seat, and whenever we are ready here, we are ready. Go on board with Forza here for a minute. See how much.
Indicate, try not to come on challenge if possible. Indicator's always coming on for some reason.
Well, it's time, and Crispy's not here, so if you're ready, I think we're all ready.
And like I said, you can, if joints late during qualifying, you can start from the back.
Yeah. Do I have to go back and change that? Because I think qualifying is currently turned off. Yep.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So it's be a little jarring for everybody here, but we're going to change this. Make sure everything else is set right.
I did not even notice.
I think we're good now, so we're going to hit this. Make sure we got our qualifying on. And get everybody in. Hopefully I didn't ruin somebody's hot lap. It was just practice. As soon as everybody re-enters, we are ready to go.
But he is entered.
All right, you all ready over there, Ruiki? Make sure we don't start without.
Yep.
I guess we're going to qualifying, so let's do it. And get to our spectate view. Put on our leaderboard. See who gets out on track first. So we got Seb first. We're on camera view. So we got Seb on his outlap, followed by Rocco, Nielsen, and Rowicki all kind of close together. Thor's right behind them. Forza is now coming out of the pit. We've got these three drivers kind of close together, so we'll keep an eye on them. I would think that this back straight is definitely longer than the front straight. You're going to get a lot more high-end speed on this.
Might be.
I guess either way, I'm kind of topping out fifth gear right before the corner.
Yeah, correct.
We got our drivers going into turn number 1 on their first qualifying lap of the day. Looks like all of our drivers that were kind of bunched up have separated enough, so shouldn't see any wrecking going on during qualifying. We're now following Rocco into turn 1 here. I think I was looking at the final hairpin as turn 1. I said that backwards. Go up to the front of the pack. And he's kind of close there. Did Seb get himself a penalty? Doesn't look like he did. I think he may have got away with it.
My chair is out of alignment. Excellent.
Okay. Seb into the final hairpin. One more turn to go. We're going to see what his lap time is as he's coming up to the start line. Seb will get a 27.5, which Nielsen beats with a 27.3. Rowicki beats with a 26.6. Rocco gets himself in the third with a 27.4, but gets dropped back by Thor, who gets a 27.2.
I don't get it. Like, the best I set all morning was a 26.7, and I go to qualifying and I immediately beat that.
I did the same thing. I had I can't even remember what it was now. It was a high 29. And then my first lap of qualifying, I got a low 29. Which apparently is really slow compared to the rest of the team. Normally when I do a daily race here, I actually do fairly well in daily races here when I'm matched up with people at similar speed of me.
I remember I did a coaching session with Johnny a couple weeks ago here at this track.
If nobody noticed, I actually, for this race, I did turn the braking zones off. So that did make a little bit of difference, but I know this track well, so I don't really need the braking zones on this one. And Seb to the line. Does not improve his time. Like, Rocco does improve his time. He gets up to a 27.2. Again, gets bumped down by Thor, who gets a 27.0. Everybody across the line so far. We have Rowicki, Thor, and Rocco in the top 3. Thor and Rocco, we have seen both of those drivers come real close to putting the pressure on Rowicki before. So they are very quick compared to even Rowicki. Looks like we got a couple drivers. Rowicki's catching up behind Nielsen here. Go in here and we'll go on board with Rowicki as he is coming into the final hairpin. A little close. Which is always a good point as to why you want to make sure you got plenty of gap when you're qualifying, because a little bit of extra break from another driver. Both drivers coming into the pits looking for a fresh set of tires so they can maybe get a better lap time. We are now on board with Seb.
Golly, these times were close at deep forest.
Looks like Ronan got himself a better lap time. improved his lap time to a 27.3. About a half of a tenth a second behind Nielsen. Forza is right there. We're also missing Dano too, I just realized. Oh, Seb almost loses it there. He's able to straighten the car back out. Did get himself a half-second penalty on that corner.
Someone's off turn 5.
Looks like it is Forza in the back, who has spun out. So he's trying to get his car turned around in probably the worst spot of the track to do that.
That wheel feels very light for whatever reason.
Coming up through the last turn, can Thor improve his lap time and make sure that he gets to start with that P2 spot? Oh, he's going to go into the pit. Seb is right behind him, half a tenth of a second. I don't think we saw any of the amateurs pit during qualifying, so the pros definitely know what's going on here. Probably would have been a good idea to run 2 laps and then pit for fresh tires. It is a bit of a shorter track, so the 10-minute qualifying does give you an opportunity to get in more laps. Seb coming around to the finish line here. Can he take P2 away from Thor? Oh, he might be on an outlap yet. Yeah, he was still on an outlap. So about a minute and a half of qualifying left to go. Seb might get 1 extra lap in after this one. Looks like everybody else should still get another 2 laps. Leading the pack right now, we got Ronan coming across. He is coming up to the start-finish line. And 1/10 behind, so he does not improve his time. She has gone back to the pit.
About that qualifying point, though, went from an extremely short track, starting to see, to a very long track, Monza, and now we're at an average one track, so during the qualifying distances, it is kind of tough to judge the times. Go from a very short track to a very long track to an average track, all within a set of 3.
Ronan saying that his car is the prettiest.
Can't beat gold, though, can you? I mean, no, I'm kidding.
Can't see it here, can we? Nah, it's in the garage. It's too dark to see. Alright, so coming up through the final lap, Rowicki coming up to the line. He's got himself a 26.5. Ridiculously fast. And does not improve it on there on the final one. Thor gets into the 26.8. Great job by Thor, the only other driver to get a 26. Seb coming around on his final lap. Where are these drivers at? Who's up here? Forza, he has a penalty, so he won't improve there. Rocco. Oh, he must have spun out because he was way slow on that one. And I believe that is all of our drivers for qualifying. So we have Rowicki in first place, followed up by Thor. Seb rounds out the podium. Rocco takes a P4. Nielsen starting in 5th. Ronan will be starting in 6th. And Forza Canada will be starting in 7th. Hi, Doug. Got to make sure I take a screenshot of that. That way I can record the times on Simly Pro. So we got that. Give all of our drivers a few minutes here to get set up. We'll do a 3-minute warning. It won't let me go look right now. I'd have to end the race to go and check that. Seb says he thinks I forgot to turn the nitros off. Which when I save a setup for a new race, I just do a copy and paste and then change the track and stuff like that. So if nitros is on, it's been on the entire time. All right, I'm going to go let my dog outside real quick, and then we will get this race started.
Forest is one of my tracks as well. Turbo lag vehicle.
I know we had a bit of controversy in the amateur league, so we're going to have to check on that.
But we're definitely reviewing that once we end our streams for a steward's inquiry.
And that's been 3 minutes, so hold on, the squirrel escaped my engine.
Ronan.
All right. All right, so here we go with our pro race for the JCCR Racing League. Looks like everybody is ready to go. Be much more exciting than the race I had, just so slow today.
Actually, Ronan's comment remind me of. I watched a few videos on old game called Punch Out Wii, and there was a character who brought a squirrel into the we have a blue flag glitch. Anyway,
Uh-oh.
it was a guy who brought a squirrel into the arena for support if he got knocked down. So maybe it's Ronan using his squirrel to.
Yeah, instead of horsepower, he's got squirrel power under that engine. And green flag is away. There appears to be a gap between Rowicki and Thor right off the bat. I wonder if our other drivers behind Seb lagged a little bit.
Needs to give it up. Not Ronan in the rules.
It just looks like you and Thor got a bit of a head start over the rest of the pack.
I don't know what to do. I gained an advantage on the rest of the pack, and it's written in the rules, if I continue, I might get DQ'd, but I'm going to have to drop back from the lead. I don't know what to do.
Well, then the question is, would Thor follow suit at that rate? Because he might not be aware. He is right all over Rowicki's bumper here, going into the final hairpin. I would say keep racing at this point. It is an unfortunate side effect of the internet in general, which, compared to what I had 20-ish years ago, is a lot better than it used to be. Thor is just all over Rowicki's bumper here. Probably just trying to stick to that line, follow him as best as he can. We got Rocco making a move underneath Seb going into turn one. Seb gets a little wide and he's off into the grass. That's going to get him a penalty there. Nielsen takes advantage of it and gets 2 spots. Looks like in the back we had Forza pass Ronan. We got quite a tight battle going on here. Nielsen getting a little wide going through the tunnels. And it's like Rowicki is still keeping the pace out ahead of Thor's. Thor's backed out a little bit. Forza looking to get around, possibly make a move on Rocco. They're coming up down the long straight, going into the hairpin. You can see our 2 lead drivers up ahead. And this nice little group here, 5 cars, all pretty much stacked up here. Everybody racing nice and clean so far. We're starting to see some of our drivers getting their fastest lap time after the first lap complete, or second lap complete, at full speed. Rowicki with a 28.2 to start. They're definitely going to start picking up that pace quite a bit here.
That.
Seb was calling for a restart, but everybody's really in a heated battle here. I'd hate to restart it because everything is going so good right now.
Someone join the room. Can you check what their stats are?
Let me go have a look real quick. EB driver, he's a Brazilian, but he can't get in at this point, so he can watch is all he can do. Yeah, with that DRE, that's not going to be somebody probably going to invite in. Thor is really pushing on the freaking Rowicki's bumper here. Get our leaderboard back on. And Thor looking to make a move on the inside going into turn one. Can he pass Rowicki? Something I don't know if we've ever seen in one of our races before. It doesn't quite pull it off there. Both drivers are looking at some purple times for the first sector there, going a little bit further into the pack. Forza has indeed made the move over Rocco and pulled himself up into 5th place. We've got our 2 lead drivers up together, and everybody else in the pack is still real close to each other. So at this point, because of the lag at the beginning, we'll finish this race out, and we'll probably discuss it in the Discord afterwards.
If it does go against me, I will take the black flag on the chin.
Pours a little bit into the bumper of Seb there. Seb kind of gets wide. Does he get a penalty for it? He does. We'll have to see if that was because Forza pushed him out a little bit. That would be an unfortunate penalty. Seb is all over Nielsen's bumper here. Forza tried to make a look on the inside and taps him a little bit. Yeah. It's going to give Rocco a chance to catch up to the back of Forza's bumper here. And Thor did, in fact, make the pass up in a miss. Oh, we missed it. That would have been a good one. Of course, we will see that in the replay. Now he really has to hold on to that P1 spot because Rowicki is good.
Watch the Vantage straight line, though. It is absolutely Viper-esque.
And even with the draft, it does look like Thor is pulling away just a little bit.
Ridiculous.
Yep. Right towards the end, though, the draft seemed to be catching you back up a little bit. So with the power of Thor's car here, Rowicki is definitely going to need to make sure he uses the draft to keep up with it. We're going to have to look to beat him in the corners. They're coming up into turn number 1. Rowicki down to the inside and smoothly back into first. Thor with the attempt at the crossover, not going to get it. Still looking for an opening. It's going to have to back out going into the tunnel section here. And Forza is doing good as he has made his way up into 4th place. I think that is from Seb's penalty that he got. Let's see if Seb can recover here and get past Forza again. Followed up by Rocco and Ronan.
Tila Teats, this is not a JCCR versus Challenger stream. This is a league race.
I believe we've tried to get Latiz into it before. He is definitely a fast driver. He would be a great addition to the pro race. And Seb looking to the inside of Forza. Gets around him, but he may have gone a little wide. Is he going to get himself a penalty? He does not get the penalty, so able to make that pass. Not exactly clean, but I think there's a little bit of pushing on both ends there. Forza going, taking a look, but does not get it. Danner just sent a message. He is at the lake today. Enjoy the lake.
Dano's out late?
Yep.
Nice.
How's it going, Dano? Yeah. Dano is putting in his vote to redo the race when he is actually available to race. Back up the front. Looks like Roiki is gaining a bit of a lead on Thor here. Using
fair enough.
the
Very little
power of that
time.
car and that draft, he should be able to keep up. And now it looks like we got...
Do you mean like train like physical workout or building like your skills in game?
Might have to toss Thor a bonus point for being the only one who's ever passed for Wiki on the track. He is still sticking with him. Both these drivers got himself a 7-second lead. Definitely be looking into that on the replay.
We should keep Deep Forest on the calendar every single season from now on.
We like Deep Forest that much?
Look at how close quali times were.
It is some pretty tight racing. A lot of the tracks, like last week at Monza, everything was so spread out. Of course, I think the AMs were a little more spread out here than what the pro drivers are. As Ronan has picked him up a half-second penalty for track limits. He is starting to catch up to Forza, but that penalty is going to slow him back down a little bit. We have Rowicki on the inside line here, coming up to the start and finish line. Thor drops right back behind him, trying to get a run. Going into turn one, he looks to the inside. And can he pull it off? Side by side, going through turn one. Rowicki slides a little bit. Oh no. Looked like he got a little bit of wheel spin there. Thor does get himself back into P1.
Yeah. I don't think contact was made, from my eyes at least.
Yeah, we had a pretty good angle of it. It looks like you may have tapped him a little bit when you were trying to straighten your car out. But that was it. So Thor having an amazing day so far.
What the hell? My wheel missed a shift.
Take a lap or two for Rowicki to get caught back up. I've had that issue a few times where I click it and it doesn't shift.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Seb would do that because he would like to keep up with everybody. He has a better chance. Yeah. And Forza looks like he may have run a little bit wide there. Let's see if he gets a penalty. And Ronan right up onto the bumper of Rocco here. He's going to be making a look into turn one. Going down to the inside. He's there. Doesn't quite have the right on Rocco. Trying to find himself some space around, but has to back out. He's going to have to get lined back up here and make another run at it.
Oh.
And now Nielsen is in third. He is pulling away from the pack a little bit. He's about 7 seconds behind. So it looks like he might catch up a little bit. Is probably too far behind at this point to get caught up to the two leaders. Definitely having a good pace here. Back up at the front of the pack. Oh no, we got to spin. And it is Nielsen. Oh, I may have jinxed him. I just said he had a good pace going, and then he spins out. Now Nielsen has fallen back to 7th. He's going to have to get caught back up to the pack here. Not too far behind Ronan. Definitely have to go back and see why he spun out there. Back up at the front, Rowicki has caught back up to Thor. Coming through the tunnels. See if Thor can maintain that lead. It is very difficult to keep ahead of Rowicki. Now, lap 11 here, we're going to start to see some drivers pitting, or they're going to stretch it out for another lap or two. And coming around the corner, Rowicki is going to go into the pits, but Thor will stay out. He's going to try and get one more lap out there. Rowicki's going to put his soft tires on. Seb stays out, along with Forza. Ronan is going to go into the pits. Looks like Nielsen is also going to stay out. So Rowicki and Ronan being the first two to go into the pits. Thank you, Dana. We're trying to get better over here. I'm only a semi-amateur streamer, so we do the best we can. Alright, lap 12. Let's go back up to Thor as he is coming up to the final hairpin. See if he goes into the pits on this lap. Thor currently with the fastest lap of a 27.5. Got that on lap 3. Is he on the soft tires to start? Find out here soon enough when he does make a pit stop. And he is indeed going into the pits. He is on the mediums. So we will go back to Rowicki as he is going to be coming around the final hairpin. They're going to have a race out of the pit, see where they line up. Thor, Forza, and Rocco all going into the pits. Nielsen is staying out for one more lap. And Thor finishing up his pit stop. Got his soft tires. He is coming out of the pits. Rowicki does get ahead of him coming out. There's the two race leaders currently in 3rd and 4th. Still very close. Thor definitely has a chance to win this one. Rowicki already pushing it through that first section with a half second faster than his best time so far. I believe we got Seb and Nielsen as our only two drivers to not pit yet. No offense to Rowicki, but I'm kind of rooting for Thor in this one.
I don't blame you.
Thor has been having himself an amazing race today. Seb is now into the pits, going to get his soft tires on. And there goes Nielsen right behind him. As our two race leaders will retake their first and second spots. And there's a 26.9. Thor across the line on that one. Well, that was his out lap yet, so we'll have to see how good he can do on his soft tires here for his first hot lap. And coming out of the pits, Ronan and Rocco are side by side going through turn one. Rocco has to drop back and get in line here behind Ronan. So a little bit of a gap between Rowicki and Thor currently. On the long straights, Thor's car does have the advantage. Rocco is going to be looking to probably make a move going to the final hairpin here. He is right up on Ronan's bumper. Nielsen behind him has got a half-second penalty. Rocco really holding on to that drafting. Is he going to make a last-second dive? Nope, looks like he backed out of it. But it looks like Rocco's trying to play it smart, not make the over-aggressive pass. Thor, after completing his first hot lap, took the fastest lap of the day with a 26.6. Just over a second behind Rowicki as Rowicki is starting to pull away. Let's see if Thor can get himself caught back up here. Got a little bit of a closer battle going on back here. Rocco's still chasing down Ronan. Keep an eye on these two guys. It looks like Orza may have spun a little bit. He got slow coming out of that corner, but kept his car straight. Now Rocco again right on Ronan's bumper. And doesn't make the move to the inside, so it definitely looks like he's pacing himself, waiting for the right time to strike. Seen pretty amazing racing today here from the pro drivers. Rocco. Why does it say? There it is. It doesn't update the fastest lap sometimes. Rocco gets his fastest lap of the day with a 27.7. I gotta let my dog back inside. Give me 1 second.
Do duties at once. Trying to do two duties at once effectively. I am driving and commentating at the same time. As you can see, the Aston is really gaining in the straight line. No,
Rocco
not
is...
really. Or is a bit understeery for my liking.
Yeah, Rocco is still holding on to the bumper of Ronan here. Go back up and check with Thor. Last time we looked, it was a 1.3 second difference. He is down to a 0.8 difference, so he's caught himself up a bit. Rowicki with his best time through the first sector there. Gaining a little bit on Thor through that very tight tunnel section. And then Thor kind of catches back up to him on the long straight again. And Rocco still right all over Ronan's bumper here. And he either can't find space or he's just biding his time. Kind of touched the wall there a little bit. Nielsen has got himself 1 second worth of penalties from track limits. He will slow down there a little bit, and he's going to lose these two drivers. Coming up to the end, that might be too far back for him to gain another position. Rocco's still being patient, following Ronan around. Going back up to the front of the pack, Thor is catching up, less than a half a second behind now. We got 4 laps to go. Does Thor have it in him? I definitely want to catch the end of these two battling for first, but I also want to keep an eye on Rocco back here because 2 close battles going on. I think it's just a matter of when Rocco wants to make his move here. Where with Thor, he has to be close enough to try and make a move. And they go through the final hairpin. Thor is a little bit behind there. Rocco and Ronan coming up to the hairpin. So we can see on the mini map up there that Thor is all over Rowiecki's bumper. See, he's on the outside. He doesn't have the good line. Can't quite make it there. Trying to jump back and forth between these two battles here. Go on board a minute with Thor here as he is chasing down Rowiecki. I think this is definitely the closest battle we've seen for first in all of our league races. Definitely fantastic battling going on here. Rowiecki pulls away a little bit in the straight, but the speed of that Aston is starting to catch up. So they go into the final hairpin. Not quite close enough to make a move. Go back to Ronan and Rocco. Looks like Thor right up on his bumper there. Not close enough to get the pass yet. Same thing with Rocco and Ronan. Some very close battles here. 2 laps to go. We definitely want to see this battle for the lead. Try and keep an eye on Ronan and Rocco in the back there. See, oh no! Oh, and Rowiecki has clipped the wall and spun out. Thor has gone into P1.
For God's sake.
And that is a huge upset.
I'm so pissed with myself now.
I'm going to move back to Rocco now. This is the closest battle on track. Rowiecki has kept himself up in second place.
Damn it.
All right, Dano, enjoy the water. Be safe out there.
all times to drop it. Of all times.
Now, coming up onto the final lap here, for the first time ever, looks like we're going to have somebody other than Rowicki taking P1 in the Pro League.
Fuji last season.
Did you not win Fuji last season? Who won that one?
Or
Thor did win that one, so now I want to go back and watch that.
and also Sardinia because I forgot to feel like an absolute dummy.
Oh yeah, you had to have that double pit stop. So last lap here, Rocco is on the attack, looking for any opening he can find. And he is getting a little loose trying to push. Looks like he may have just cut the track there. And he did. So Ronan is definitely going to get the position there in top 5 spot. Forza has got himself a penalty, which he has just slowed down from. Don't think Ronan or Rocco are close enough to catch up to him. Thor picks up the win. Congratulations to Thor. Rowicki coming to the line in second place. Still gets the podium. Seb also gets himself a podium spot. Great race by Seb. Followed up by Forza. Ronan does take the P5 and Rocco with the penalty in P6. Is that going to be enough for Nielsen to take the P6 away? So let's go have a look at our results here. And it is not. With the 1 second penalty for Rocco at the end, he still does finish ahead of Nielsen.
I mean, yeah, that was a
Screenshot of
brilliant race, but man, I'm really mad at myself for doing that.
Share our replay here. I'm going to go with Thor is going to probably vote no on redoing the race.
I hit the wall to the teats on entry to the second tunnel, I believe, and I just lost it from there.
Where is he? There he is. Okay, you got it. That's what I was about to say. We'll have to have a discussion about that in the Discord and figure it out. Obviously, we are not professionals, so there are times where we're going to make mistakes in the overall racing. But there you have it. We have completed our amateur and pro league races at Deep Forest, halfway through our season.
Well, yeah, that concludes your coverage for the JCCR Racing League Round 6 at Deep Forest. We are halfway through our JCCR World Tour. Next up is going to be the ultra-iconic Spa-Francorchamps.
Spa in the rain. I am doomed. I'm going to do terrible at Spa in the rain.
As Super Duvas said, it is going to be a rain race. The only track that, I think is the only track that allows for rain on the schedule. So,
Forza
absolute drama at
says
Deep Forest.
push to pass. We'll definitely be having a look at the whole replay, so we'll have to see.
Why the steward's inquiry to look? Uh, yeah. Some drama in the amateur and pro races with Archery winning, but that absolute pendulum swinging back and forth in the AM race, and that incredible battle between myself and Thor. Congrats to him until I plebbed it like a pleb. But yeah, that's your coverage for JCCR round 6. We'll catch you around for Spa. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Deep Forest, and from Super Doofus and I, we'll catch you around. Bye bye.
Thanks to everybody for coming out today. As always, race long and prosper, and we will see you on the next one. And we'll probably keep this conversation going over in the Discord. So, Seb, if you're hearing, let's go over the Discord and see what's going on. All right. Thanks, everybody.